YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's going to be a BarbieCore unboxing. Everybody's talking about the new Barbie movie. I got to go see it last week on Thursday at 3 o'clock, which was the first opportunity to see it in our area. I went with my lovely niece, Sadie, and we made a whole afternoon of it. We had lunch, and then we went to Ulta, where a makeup specialist there did us up in Barbie glam, and I'll insert a photo in here or a few showing the look that this makeup specialist created for us. It was a bit more makeup than I normally wear, but it was all in good fun. I got the little swish on the side of my eyes, just like Barbie. We had bright pink eyeshadow, and it was so much fun. My niece got a little heart on her cheek, and she was delighted. Next, we were off to get our toenails done, and so we went to a nearby salon and just were able to walk right in and get our toenails done in some pink and also some turquoise polish. And then after that, we went to Starbucks, got some fancy drinks. Hers was some sort of a pineapple slushie, and I got my standard iced coffee with sugar-free vanilla and heavy cream on the keto diet, I have to say. And then after that, we headed down and went to see the movie. The movie I thought was very entertaining, and I'd like to watch it again. I did have to explain a lot of things to my niece because it really wasn't geared as much towards young children as previous Barbie movies have been. And there was a lot of stuff that she just didn't understand. I don't think it's super appropriate for younger children, and in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have taken her, but the whole afternoon was wonderful. And so I am glad I did, even though I had to explain some of the things that happened in the movie. So today I told you I am having a BarbieCore unboxing, and it is a Gucci unboxing. So I think this is going to be my last Marmont in my handbag collection, unless they just wow me with something. But this is going to make number 6, and it's in a color, of course, I don't have. It's also in a hardware I don't have, and so I cannot be more excited that I found it. So without further ado, I'm going to open it up, and as I do all of the unboxing, I'm going to tell you about how I came upon this beauty. So when I open the paper, you're going to see where it's from. It's from Fashion File again. Now, for any of you who haven't seen some of my recent videos, Fashion File did recently change their return policy, and now the return window starts on the shipment date. So if the date starts on a weekend, or if it's shipped and then it overlaps a weekend before you get it, you just need to really watch that return window in case you do want to return it. In this case, I don't want to return it. I'm super, super pumped to show you what it is, and we'll just check it out together. You already know it's Gucci, you know it's Marmont, you know it's BarbieCore. So what could it be? It could be a pink small convertible Marmont bag in the wild rose color with silver hardware. I did have a bag in this color briefly. It was from the Gucci Aphrodite line, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. But the leather was a pebbled leather instead of like the smooth calfskin like this one is, and I didn't really like it. There were some design issues with the bag. I felt like the strap was super stiff, if I remember correctly. Just wasn't very comfortable to wear. I know that I love how these wear on my body. And I also know that I tend to like to put an organizer in here. I have a spare because if you don't remember, I tried to get this bag in white with silver hardware, and it was kind of a fail. There was some stitching issues inside, and I ended up exchanging that one. And so this one already has an organizer, and M Boutique Australia has sent a base shaper my way. And so once I've got all that together, I'm going to do a collection video and kind of compare and contrast the different colors and the different hardwares that I have amongst the Gucci Marmont collection. Because I do have, I think, 3 of the hardware choices, and then of course I have 6 different colors. So let me give you an up close and personal look. I think the bag comes off pretty well in terms of color when it's about right back here, at least from looking at the view window briefly. It has a beautiful, shiny silver hardware This is the only Gucci bag I have that has shiny hardware. Everything else is sort of antiqued. These bags tend to kind of flatten out when they don't have anything in them, and you can see that right there. But you can also see that the structure on the sides of this is really good. Like, it's not dented in like crazy. Like, I have had some of these come to me in the past, particularly the emerald green one that I got from Vestiaire Collective. That one came just totally smashed, but I was able to resurrect it with boutique base shapers and an appropriate insert. But I'm just loving this silver hardware, and I did go ahead and put on my Tiffany jewelry today, as well as my wrecking ball necklace with this heart top to complete the Barbie glam look. I love that the Marmonts have this really long break on one of the straps, because that just makes it really comfortable to carry crossbody. They also hold just the perfect amount. Now, some people do not like the fact that they do not have a back pocket and that they have a heart on the back, but I don't mind that so much. It's on the back anyway, and hearts are in style. I mean, they're making heart bags all over the place. I did look this beauty over, and I don't see anywhere to speak of other than just a little bit of that structure loss that I'm gonna fix here in just a moment. When you look inside, even the inside of the flap is pretty much unwrinkled, untouched, and if you look inside the bag, I don't see any stains or issues in there either. And reaching inside, I even got the paperwork for the bag, which is fantastic. It's got the card with the control number, and then I think that these booklets are essentially the same thing, but in different languages, but I cannot see with my 45-year-old eyes exactly what they say. It's always nice to get the paperwork, and when I get that, I stick it in an envelope in a box in my closet, and I mark the envelope as to what bag it goes to. I didn't initially do that, and with the Longchamp bags, I really couldn't tell what paper came from what bag, but that's a new thing I've started, and it really helps. In case I decide I want to sell the bag, it makes it so where I can go ahead and pass the papers on to the next person. Since it's something I appreciate, I imagine other people do too. Let me grab the insert. I'll be right back. So I have the kind of smooshy bag, and then I've got this insert from Joyinbag on Etsy. I can link this down in the description box. I would also totally order from Zumani. I have been loving their inserts lately. I just happen to have had this one already, or I would have reached out to them to get an insert for this bag. I would recommend getting the thicker insert for this bag just because of the lack of structure that the bag has. And as you can see already, that has improved the structure substantially. I can still squeeze it and get that bottom to drop. And that's what that Boutique Australia base shaper is going to prevent. Basically, you buy these fancy bags and then you have to fix them so that they work for you. So now she is all good to go. She is stuffed. And she has that insert inside, which fits just perfectly. And it's got a great pocket configuration as well. And so now I want to try her on for you. What do you think? It is really hot where I am. And so I'm sporting a very lightweight shirt. This is from Temu. If you haven't seen my Temu video, I'll link that down below as well. But it is a top from Temu. It's very lightweight. I think that you can get some great deals on there. I don't know how long the clothing will last, but I do think it is very fashionable with the hearts and the poof and the ruffles. It's very Barbie in my opinion. And then I'm just wearing shorts that I had already in my collection, and I can't remember what brand they are. They're either Risen or they may be Can. I like both of those brands. And I also like Dear John. But anyway, I feel like this bag just looks amazing with this top. And so I am excited to sport it with this as well as so many looks. I think this bag just is going to go with a ton of stuff in my closet. And I have finally found the perfect semi-bright pink to have, because I've had several pink bags. The most perfect I've had before this was probably Coach's Candy Pink. If I can find a picture of that one, I'll put it in for you. But I had the Candy Pink Soft Tabby, and that was a really beautiful pink. My voice is getting crackly today for some reason. But that Candy Pink was beautiful. And this is really close in color to that, but it has silver hardware, which I absolutely love. So you'll have to let me know, do you think this is the perfect Barbie bag? I wish I would have had this bag with me for that Barbie date I had with my niece. I didn't have it with me because it hadn't come yet, so I ended up carrying my Louis Vuitton Busey bag in the beautiful quartz shade. So I recently unboxed the new Wave chain bag as well, and this is in the color Rose Ballerine by Louis Vuitton, and it is a very beautiful pale pink, and it has gold hardware. And that is why when I was looking at the Marmont line, I wanted to get silver hardware. So I was following 2 of these bags on Rebag, and they both sold. And so then I found one on Fashion File, and I looked it over. I asked my concierge person for some pictures. She sent them. I didn't see anything wrong with the bag, and so I had it on my watch list. I asked her if there was a sale, if there were any sales coming up, and she said, you know, actually there are. And that's not typical for Fashion File. So I was able to get this, and for some crazy reason in my state, I don't pay tax on Fashion File, but I was able to get it for a pretty good price. It was a little more expensive than the Rebag ones, but it was in better condition. And then if you purchase something over $1,500, which this was a little above that, then you get $300 as a site credit on any $1,500 purchase in, I believe, September through December. So that is what I got in terms of an incentive, and that more than made up for the difference between the price with Rebag and the price with Fashion File. And I got a better bag. So it was like win, 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 win all over the place. But as you can see, these both, I think, could be considered Barbie bags. I don't have a whole lot of pink, but it seems like I have acquired all of my pink that I currently have in my collection lately. I do have one other pink bag I could show you real quick, and that would be this beauty. And yes, these both have silver hardware, but the styles are vastly different. And this, the hardware is really antiqued, and on the strap, it's even almost like a gunmetal shade. So I do feel like these are definitely different enough to warrant having both in my collection. And so those are my 3 pink designer bags. I have sold all of my Coach pinks and all of my Longchamp pinks. And I think I had a Tory Burch pink at one time, and she's gone. And so I've got the 3 pinks, and I do have a couple bags that are in like that porcelain rose or antique rose shade. My Prada re-edition is Cameo Beige. It has a rosy tint to it. My Fendi Baguette bag has kind of a peachy pink tint to it, as well as the Fendi Peekaboo. And the other Gucci Marmont I have in the porcelain rose has kind of a pinky tint to it, but they're very nude whenever you're looking at them compared to these bags. So these are the 3 pink Barbie-like bags I've got. I thought of one other bag, and so this is inserted in after I showed you those other 3 pink bags, but this is my Marc Jacobs Mini, the tote bag, and I think it's called the small now. I mentioned that in the last video, but this is in the color Rose Dust, and it's just basically kind of a pearly pink shade. It's really borderline on the nude factor, but since I was talking about my girly pink bags, and I mentioned that I only had 3 of the designer bags in the pink color anymore, I thought I would go ahead and mention this pink beauty. And it looks really nude in comparison to this Wild Rose Gucci Marmont convertible bag, but I would be remiss if I didn't show her as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to call it a wrap because I got to go get my puppies from the dog spa. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting videos such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there is the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.